I wanted to make it accessible to young girls because I feel like that information would have really helped me feel so much better about myself growing up. So after school, while I was working full time, I decided to write a book. So I really wanted a visual component for it. So because it was too costly to hire a photographer at the time, I ended up teaching myself photography and got into the creative world. And I actually got pretty good at it. And I opened my own studio for several years. And then once I started finishing up the manuscript and had photographed a decent number of women for it, I started pitching the book. And I was pitching it to publishers, literary agents. And what kind of catapulted everything in the right direction was a literary agent who had loved my concept, told me that if I ever wanted to publish my book, I'd have to establish an online presence. And so I didn't realize it at the time, but I was creating a personal brand. And I was lucky enough to be able to grow that platform to nearly like 8,000 people, and was able to sell nearly about the same in books and secure meetings with big brands like Dove and, get featured in some pretty amazing publications like HuffPost and whatnot. But I guess, and sort of during and after this stage, I wanted to figure out what was next. And I started a lot of different creative businesses. Every single business that I created kind of had its own personality and purpose. And of course, a new logo, a new story, a new way to connect with people. And it took me a little while, but that's when I realized that I didn't just love launching new businesses. I was super obsessed with building fun and meaningful brands. Fast forward to now, that is the very long story of how Unbuttoned Brands came to be. And now I help values-led entrepreneurs build brands that help them stand out.
Oh, that's such an interesting story, Emily. I love it. And yes, you know what? I think a lot of us here who are listening, myself included, can relate to that wide road. I always find it so fascinating, though, that I guess it's the psychology background that I have as well, but what brings people to where they are, what makes them tick. And I just want to say congratulations and kudos to you for building that personal brand. You know, it sounds like you didn't even really know what that looked like, but you did it. You were successful at it. And congratulations on the book.